Hey, it's Penniless here, and we're coming from right in our room with an electric heater,
The fireplace.
the fireplace. What's on your mind?
Well, I want to do this episode because they, Halloween is right around the corner.
Halloween.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I just got to talk about the ridiculousness of Halloween. It irritates me to no end. I don't understand I don't even understand the concept behind Halloween. I understand it when children want to go out and get candy and go door to door and dress funny or dress scary but I even that I think is a little bit creepy. But I'll tell you what's really creepy is the adults who partake in it. Halloween is just strange to me all the way around.
What do you mean? It's the adults. There's still the child within them. They don't want to forget the child. You don't ever want to forget the child
You
within
got to
you.
leave your childish things behind. Time to move on, folks. I mean, like I say, if you want to engage in Halloween for the children to go out, I think it's very strange. I think a lot of times we don't look at things like this, or we don't look at holidays and really question about what's really behind them or where they originate. But I have to say, it's even creepy sending your children out to go ring on a doorbell, hold a bag open, and ask for somebody to throw food in the bag. Candy on top of all other things. But I'm just saying, I think it's strange behavior, and I think it's very strange that 30 somethings and 20 somethings and 40 somethings and 50 somethings and
They have
are
Halloween parties.
they sure do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And grown men play video games too. So
Well,
it's very odd to me. And like I say, I think if people just kind of took a step back and question the ridiculous. Now, I'm not a person who I like any reason to have a party. So if you want to have a party on Thanksgiving, fantastic. Have a party, have some friends over, have a bonfire in the backyard. But dressing up in costumes and the whole thing just strikes me as I don't have a better word for it than retarded. You're going backwards. You're setting yourself backwards. You want to return to being a child. You're a grown ass person. You're a grown ass adult. Stop with the dressing up and the role
what is
play.
Halloween?
I don't. All Hallows Eve. I guess it's. I don't know. Is it based on the whole thing? They thought the veil was thinner and that they donned masks so that the spirits who came back wouldn't recognize them or hold things against them. I'm not really sure. I don't. I'm not really sure what the full. I think there's probably 30 backstories for Halloween, and probably none of them true. But it's just a ridiculous holiday for adults to be partaking in. And like I say, even from the children's side, now our children trick or treated. We used to. This is how we would actually do it. So we would take our children trick or treating to that. We live in a small town. We actually live out in the country, but there's a nice quaint town that we're very close to. It's the town where our children went to school, and the old area of town, the bigger houses and the houses that were over 100 years old. We would take the children down there and go trick or treating. Well, when we were done trick or treating, and actually when the children got older, we would always meet another couple, and we would just simply have pizza and hang out. We would just go out for a dinner and hang out and enjoy each other's company. Nobody was dressed up. Um, as I didn't, we didn't drink really then at all. So, um, but just have a nice meal. Got together with somebody, and like I say, we're always down for a reason to have a good time. And I'm not hating on Halloween for that perspective. If you're going to have a Halloween party, just simply to have people over and have a fire in the backyard and have some drinks, have some cocoa, whatever it is that you're going to do, that I understand completely. But the dressing up, this this has permeated our society. People who have this alter ego thing, people who think that it's like their personality is split. And first of all, I find that creepy. Um, that's it's right up there. That creepiness is right up there with like the old cat ladies. And that's creepy to me too. But yeah, folks, if you're over 16, can you just leave the trick or treat, the Halloween costume thing behind and let your childhood be gone and enjoy being an adult and focus on being an adult and making grown up decisions as opposed to, I don't know, dressing up like a hot nurse. I don't know. I don't know what the common costumes are anymore. I'm assuming since so many adults engage in video games and anime that they dress up like their favorite video game character or anime character. Do you see where this is leading, folks? Do you see the ridiculousness of this? I grew up, I'm very fortunate. I did not come from a broken family or anything like that. My parents were married, well, they were married for 60 plus years. I grew up with both my parents in the house, and my grandparents remained married. I never saw my parents or my grandparents dress up for Halloween. Not once. My mother would take us trick or treating. I don't think she took us trick or treating after we were like 12. 12, folks, 12. Okay? You were too old to trick or treat after you were 12. If you were out and about on Halloween night and you were over 12 or 13 years old, you were looking for trouble. You were going to toilet paper somebody's house. You're going to egg somebody's house. You were up to no good. Not that it was not that it was terribly malicious, but it wasn't great behavior. And folks who are 30 and 40 and still wanting to engage in the Halloween thing, it just reminds me of all the idiot youngsters, all the idiot children who were out there on Halloween night, creating issues, creating problems. Like I said, grow up, folks. Just seriously, grow up. Think about how silly the entire concept of you as an adult engaging in the trick-or-treating Halloween spectacle is. What do you have thoughts on this, Penny? What do you?
I think
I've been
maybe
babbling for quite a while.
it's an excuse for the adults for, well, what I've seen is females that when they dress up for Halloween,
Yeah, they look like hookers.
yeah, they got the fishnet stockings on, their boobs are hanging out, and
Yeah.
but you know they're dressed as Betty Boop or a Playboy bunny or I don't know.
Well, it's I'm certainly a person who is live and let live. I'm just putting this out there for I guess the more normal folks who I'm hoping they can see my point on this. It's ridiculous, folks. It's ridiculous. Like I say, be an adult. Take pride in being an adult. Don't ever think that you can't have a good time. Don't ever think that you can't have fun. Invite some friends over. Like I say, I would suggest that rather than taking your children trick or treating, if you're in a place, if you have a backyard or but you have a backyard, but you're in an area that allows you to have a campfire or something like that, have a campfire. Make some hot cider. You know, go to town, have some donuts, and treat it more like my mother would do things like she would make donuts like from scratch. We would eat, homemade donuts. That was kind of a thing. So I don't know. I can't be the only person in the world who thinks it's creepy, right? I just think the entire concept of Halloween, and as I've gotten older, I'm getting more curmudgeon-y about stuff like this. It just, I don't have a better word for it. It's creepy. You know what? The word they use now, and they'll use it for everybody else, but they won't use it for themselves on Halloween night when they're all adults dressed up as some anime character, is cringe. Halloween is cringe. Adults engaging in Halloween is super cringe.
I think it was pushed. It was pushed to for adults to dress up.
Well, you are a few years older than me. Do you have the same experience that I did, that by 12 or so you just weren't trick or treating anymore? That just wasn't something you were doing, right?
Well, now people are expressing, well, hey, don't be so hard if you see a 16-year-old trick-or-treating up to your door. Give them candy and tell them Happy Halloween, because you know what? At least they're out trick-or-treating and they're not trying to break into your vehicle. That's what people, that's what I'm reading.
Well, in that case, yeah, you should feed everybody who comes to your door then, as a thank you gift for not breaking your stuff or not using force against you. Well, here's a meal because you didn't steal my car. Well, here's a meal because you didn't abscond with my child. That's odd. But I have to ask, your mother was, you were straight from Thailand, but your mother had grown up her entire life there, or well into her adulthood there. Did your mother ever dress up for Halloween?
No.
Okay.
No, we don't. Well, we'd never heard of Halloween till we came to the States. I had no idea this is Halloween. But when I was here, this is in the early '70s. You you couldn't find. You didn't go into a Kmart or well, Kmart's are good, but you wouldn't go into a Walmart and there'd be a whole aisle of costumes to select. No, when I was little in the United States and first learning about Halloween, it was you saw a lot of ghosts
Yeah.
on Halloween.
People making their own costumes.
Yes, where the mothers would drape an old white sheet over you and cut holes.
The big
in
one,
it.
the big one when I was young, and I mean, this is here again. We'll go more politically incorrect. I don't know why this became politically incorrect. Hobos were actually a very popular
Yes.
theme when I was. Yes, the hobo, the little boys dressed up. Well, I guess some little girls maybe too. And Raggedy Ann was like a common thing and stuff like that. Yeah, if you wanted to be
With
scary,
homemade costumes.
yeah, and if you wanted to be scary, yeah, you were a ghost
Or a
but we didn't.
ghoul.
But we didn't have all the silly. Maybe at the very end, maybe when I was around 12 or something, they came out with like the fake blood and stuff. I don't know, but like I say, the whole thing just the older I get, the creepier the whole thing is. We're very fortunate, like us. We live out in the country. We get zero trick or treaters. Nobody comes to our house. I mean, for years we bought candy just in case somebody did show up, and then Penny would eat the candy over the course of the next 2 weeks. But I don't think she ever planned on any trick or treaters. She just wanted some candy in the house to have some candy once for the next couple of weeks. But anyway, that's something I just had to talk about. It's just not. It's just cringy. It's just cringy, creepy behavior, folks. Like I say, have a campfire in the backyard. Make some homemade donuts. Make some cider. If you want an adult beverage, have a whiskey on the rocks, or you want to make whatever. You want to spike your cider a little bit and enjoy the evening, enjoy the crisp, cool air. But stop with the dressing up and the alter ego stuff. It hasn't helped. If you look around,
There's more people that are staying in their Halloween costumes.
yeah, that's true.
aren't
There's
they?
people who are just in a Halloween costume. Yes, 24/7. It seems, but yeah, just to enjoy the evening. You don't have to do any of the weirdness. I know I've beat this to death already, but it's something that I would like to pretty much just see go away. I think it's creepy. Enjoy a nice brisk evening, a nice crisp evening outdoors with a little fire. They make those wonderful little, fireplaces, those contained fireplaces now. Get the family together, sit out there, make some cider, enjoy an evening. Enjoy each other's company, and yeah, stop with the cringe, stop with the weirdness.
We'll talk to you later. Bye.